Anevarukkum vanakkam! Hey guys, welcome back to the Tamil channel. Last week we looked at the Tamil alphabet very briefly. I tried to break it down a little bit. At the end of the day, there are 247 letters in the Tamil alphabet, so there is no shortcuts if that makes sense. So you just have to learn it one way or another. One of our viewers, Harlequin, shout out to Harlequin, asked if there was a system to learn the alphabet, if there were any rules, or whether you just have to memorize it. Now it's sort of 50-50. You sort of have to memorize it, but there are some rules. Yay! But also remember, the Tamil language has a lot of exceptions. Sometimes you just have to go through it and learn it off by heart. All 247 letters. Today in this video, we are going to tell you how to learn the Tamil alphabet. There are some tips and tricks, some rules to follow that makes life easier for you guys to learn Tamil. Are you guys ready? Let's go! So in this video, when I refer to a verise, it means a line. So verise in Tamil is line. So when I refer to a line, I mean the vowel and all the compound letters that are made with the vowel. If I say a verise, I mean all the letters that are made with the consonant and a. So ka, ma, pa, ma, ya. All the consonants have a dot on top. You can easily identify the consonants with the dot on top. No other letters have dot on top, so it's easy. Let's tackle each one of the lines. A verise. So a verise, you just take away the dot from the consonant and you're left with all the a compounds. Ka, ma, pa, ma, ya. Those are also the stem letters, as I said before. The stem letters are the basis for all the other letters we'll be using. We'll just be adding or subtracting lines, circles, dots, or whatever. So here are some key characteristics of each one of the verise or line that you can use to identify the different letters. So guys, for the a verise letters, all you have to do is take away the dot from the consonant and you're left with the stem letter. That is the compound letters for a. Next up, a. For all the a verise compound letters, all you have to do is add an aravu on the right side of it, like this. In a word, if you see ka with an aravu, you know it's ka. Next up, e. So for all the e compound letters, you add a visiri. Now for some of the letters there are exceptions. Depending on the shape of the letter, the visiri might be in a different position, but it's always on top of the letter. Next up, E. So for E, you take the stem letter and add a suli on top of it. U and U, they have a lot of exceptions. It is a bit more complicated, so I will take you through it slowly. This is where the stem itself gets changed a little bit. This is where you need practice. And U lines, I would just say memorize it. That's the easiest way. But again, you might have to practice it 2 or 3 times, and then you get the hang of it. So guys, for ku, du, tu, mu, lu, and lu, there is a line that comes under, as you can see. For ngu, su, pu, vu, and yu, basically it's a bit complicated, but it's just a line down. For nu, nu, tu, lu, ru, nu, it goes down and then like that and that. Just look at here. Guys, if I'm honest, it's difficult trying to describe how to draw these lines and squares and stuff. But, I mean, what squares? Go to our website, thetamilchannel.com. All you have to do is just click on the link for the worksheets, practice a few more times, and then you get the hang of it. Next up, oo. Now, oo gets even more complicated. A lot of exceptions. I think oo is just a letter full of exceptions. All the compound letters are complicated. Yeah, that's one way to put it. So, ku, you write it like this, and su, you write it like this. So those are the 2 exceptions, and then there are 2 more categories, so to say. There is not a clear rule, but it requires the stem to change a little bit as well. For ngu, pu, mu, yu, ru, wu, lu, lu, du, it's characterized by a line that comes down like a round line and then like a circle at the end. So that is for u. The second set of letters have something that looks very similar to an adverb, but it's not. For nu, nu, tu, nu, lu, ru, and nu, it is like a joined up adverb, but it's not an adverb, because if you add an adverb, it makes it an a sounding compound letter, but if it's conjoined, then it is a u sounding compound letter. Next up is e. For e, you add an ottogombo on the left side of the stem letter. So you write the ottogombo first and then add the stem letter to make any e sounding compound letters. Ke, me, ye, te. They all have this symbol in front of them, which is ottogombo. Now, on its own, it has no value. It can't it's not a letter, but you add this symbol to make the e sounding compound letters. Next up, e. Again, very similar to e. The rattagombo comes before the stem letter. So on the left side of the stem letter, you add the rattagombo and then the stem letter to make the e sounding compound letters. Next up, I. For I, you write the sangalikombo first and then write the stem letter. So as you can see, it looks very similar to n, but it's not. So it doesn't have the line at the end. Next up, o. Now for o, you have to add two symbols either side of the letter. You first add the ottogombo, the stem letter, and then the arabo to make the o sounding compound letters. For example, for ko, you've got the ottogombo, stem letter ka, and an arabo to make ko. Next one is o. For o, you guessed it right. You got the rattagombo first, stem letter, and then the arabo. Right? So let's say po. For po, you've got rattagombo, pa, and then arabo to make po. And our last letter for today is ow. So for ow, you have to add two symbols to the letter, either side of it. So you start off with an ottogombo, stem letter, and then la. Now the la is also a letter, so it can get confusing. But for ow, all you need is the ottogombo, stem letter, and la. So let's say mao. For mao, you've got ottogombo, ma, and la to make mao. But then some of you might wonder, couldn't you read it as mala? Because it's ma and la, mala. Yeah, you can. But as I said, the owl line letters are hardly ever used. I only know maybe 5 letters that are actively used with the letters of owl, compound letters. Don't worry about it. For the benefit of learning the alphabet, this is how you write it. But I mean, you will. I honestly don't think you will come across ow or cow or mao or any of the compound letters of ow when you're reading a Tamil book, especially not in the modern day and age. So this is it for today's lesson. I hope today's video has been useful for you guys. Let us know of any changes you want to see in the videos. Any improvements are always welcome. We are still learning ourselves, so your help is always welcome. If there are other videos you would like to see, make sure you write in the comment section below. Alright guys, don't go yet. Make sure you guys subscribe before you go. Give us a thumbs up if you liked our video. If you really liked our video, do share it on your social media, on your Facebook page, Instagram, or Twitter. Go to our website, thetamilchannel.com, for all the learning material. It's been a pleasure as always. I'll see you guys next time. Nandri vanakkam. Bye.